Okay, good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are all staying safe, staying healthy, social distancing, washing your hands, all that good stuff. What I'm gonna go over today is like one of the major projects we do in Avid 12, and it's something that we usually do pretty much immediately after spring break, and it takes us till up to May 1st. Now, because we're not going to be coming back to school till April 20th, we wanted to give you this extra time right now before school starts back up to get working on the project if you want to. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to kind of go over the project with you, go through it, take you kind of step by step about what you need to do for this project and how it's going to help you. This project is what we call the cost of college or cost of living project. Even if you're not planning to go to a four-year college, it's still beneficial for you to go through this practice and kind of start seeing how much does adult life cost. Because I know for a lot of you, you've been living with your parents or family members, whatever it may be, and now you're going to have to be paying for stuff, living on your own. So that's what this project's based around. So it's not really too difficult or too strenuous. It's just supposed to start get you thinking about these things as you move forward into your post-high school life. So this is going to be due for our Avid 12 class May 1st, so Friday, May 1st. So you'll have about 2 weeks to work on this once we get back to school, but in case you want to get started ahead of time, because there will be other assignments also being done after we get back to school. So I'm going to go through on this screen and sort of show step by step how to complete this project, what that will look like for you, and then that way you can kind of do it on your own. Okay, so the cost of college project is kind of dual purpose. It's one is to help you kind of start understanding how much things are going to cost in your future as you continue to get older, as you continue to work through being an adult. But it also may help some of you choose which college you're going to go to. Some of you guys may be sort of looking at all your different colleges, looking at all your financial aid packages, and trying to figure out which college is going to be the best fit for you financially. What will happen sometimes, especially with private colleges, is you'll get a very large amount of financial aid, right? They'll say we give you a $20,000 scholarship, but that scholarship will only bring the total cost down to $30,000. So it's not like it's a full ride just because it says $20,000. So you want to see how much is the college going to cost in addition to all of the other things. Okay, so let's look at this. It's a Google sheet. So the first big thing is anything that's in gray, like this right here, those are going to be auto-calculated. So you do not fill anything in there. The other ones, anything in white, you can fill in. What I would encourage you is just go through. First step is to list what colleges you're considering. So let's say you're considering CSUSB, UC Riverside, Cal Baptist, and Moreno Valley College. So you're kind of going to use these different colleges. These are the ones you've narrowed it down to, and you haven't figured out what exactly your financial aid situation is going to be. So let's say that this first section is going to be your financial aid section. So you're going to fill in what financial aid you're receiving from these colleges. So let's say you receive the Pell Grant in the amount of $6,000 for each college, right? So you're getting $6,000 for your Pell Grant for all these four-year colleges. And let's say you get $5,700 for your Cal Grant. There you go. And then you got 0 and 0 for the rest of this. So now your total gift aid for these colleges is listed here, whereas for MVC, maybe you didn't get any gift aid or you may have got some other financial aid. However many loans you're going to list, you can list that here too. So let's say it was like $1,000. Actually, let's add one of these. Let's make this one be Chico. So that way we have a long distance one. Okay, so same thing, 6,000, 5,700. Okay, so, and then they'll offer you a certain amount in loans. So you have all this other stuff, 1,000, 1,000, all the way down. So you fill all those in, and then how much do you think you're going to work? So let's say you plan to work 15 hours a week. Okay, that's how much you'd be making throughout the year. So you can see 15 hours a week, that would be $195 a week, which for a month would be $780 a month. And then for the 10 months that you're in college, that would be $78,000. So you can see these are going to autofill as you go through. All right, personal information. So, and again, if you're not planning to go to a four-year, if you're not planning to go to a college, you can leave these parts blank. Or if you're trying to figure out maybe I want to or maybe I don't, you fill those parts in. Okay, the personal section. So you're going to come in here and you're going to list how much does soap cost. How much does shampoo? How much does toothpaste? How much does whatever hair product you use? Whatever feminine products you may or may not use? Makeup, cologne, deodorant, laundry soap, right? These are all toiletry items that you're going to need in order to live. And how many of them are you going to buy each year? So you need to think, like, how often do I go through soap? Do I use one bar every how often, right? So how many different bars of soap am I going to buy, and how much do they cost? So let's say you go through 20 bars of soap a year and they cost $3 or whatever. You see it'll auto, oh wait, I shouldn't say 300, that should say 3. It'll auto populate how much the total per year is. So you can kind of look through and see for all of these, how much of it are you going to buy and how much is it going to cost for the whole year. Now, remember, which brand do you use? So are you using, regular kind of toothpaste, or using some super fancy organic toothpaste? What kind of life are you living, right? What's your day about? Then you're gonna go through here. How many times are you going to see the movies a year? How many times are you going to concerts? You're using your financial aid money, you're trying to live that Coachella life, or are you just kind of staying at home? Are you going on dates? Are you going to sporting events, right? What are you doing? How much is that going to cost you? So that way you can find out how much your total personal cost is. And then again, how much is a car? So for some of you, you need to buy a car because you need to drive to UCR, or you need to drive to Cal State San Bernardino. Maybe if you're living on campus, you won't need a car, so you won't have to worry about this part. But those of you that are going to be commuting to school, you're going to need a car. So how much is that car payment going to cost? How much does insurance cost? How much does it cost to do an oil change? How much does it cost to do a brake change? How much does it cost to do a tire change, right? On and on and on. How much are all these things? And then what are you going to be eating in fast food? Some of you guys love that Starbucks life. Well, how much is that going to rack up over the course of a year? All right, transportation, same thing. The gray parts you leave blank. The white parts you fill in. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Google Maps, and you're going to search how far is it from your house to oh, what up, Telin? How's it going? So how far is it from your house to Cal State San Bernardino? How far is it from your house to UC Riverside? How far is it from your house to CB, right? How much money in gas are you going to be paying throughout the course of your year in college, right? And then if you're traveling, you want to go back east, you want to go to Grambling, or you want to go to Southern, or you want to go to Howard. How much does it cost you to fly cross country? All right, the big one, housing, right? So if you live on campus, you fill these in. And again, if you're not living on campus, you can put zeros, right? I don't care how much the cost of Cal State San Bernardino housing is if you don't plan to use the Cal State San Bernardino housing. You're only filling these up if you are using them. If you're not using them, you put in zeros. So you're gonna go through how much is Cal State San Bernardino, UCR, CBU, Chico, whatever it may be, how much are those housing? Are you gonna live on campus, or are you gonna live off campus, all that? Okay, down here where it says your selection. So up here, you're gonna research all of these things. How much is the on-campus single, the on-campus double, the on-campus triple, on-campus apartment, all the way through. You're gonna research those things. Then down here, you are going to choose one. So you say, I'm gonna live in a triple. When I was in college, I lived in a triple because that was the cheapest option. So I lived in a triple. How much is that gonna be, right? You're gonna go through how much are all of these things going to be if you're going to do that. Okay, so you want to go through and figure out how much are these, and you're going to put that here. So whichever one. So if the campus triple is $9,000 a year, you're going to put $9,000 there, right? Because that's how much you're going to be paying. Okay, so what'll end up happening is all of those are going to auto-populate into this gray area, and then you just got to look up the tuition and fees for each of your college. So for Cal State San Bernardino, it's probably around $7,000. UC Riverside is closer to $13,000. CBU is closer to $30,000. Right? Chico, it's gonna be the same thing, right? So then you're gonna see, okay, this is how much it costs me to live there. This is how much I have in financial aid, and then this is how much I need left over. So this is the amount of money you're gonna need to take out in loans. This is the amount of money you're gonna need to take out or pay upfront. Okay, so this is all kind of help designed for you to start figuring out how much money is college gonna cost. For some of you, your Cal Grant and your Pell Grant are going to pay for everything. So it doesn't matter. And that's a big, big thing. Is some of you guys are like, oh, I'm going to go to MVC to save money. Well, is it really going to save you money if your Cal Grant and your Pell Grant were going to pay for anything anyway? So that's what you got to kind of figure out. All right. So this is going to be due May 1st. Go ahead, start working on it.